All right, so here we're gonna perform the bench press, and in this one I'm showing you the barbell bench press, okay? Very important on this one, we wanna keep those shoulders pulled back, that natural arch in our low back. You're also gonna keep your feet pulled back as close to under your hips as possible. I know that's not always possible for everyone, but the goal being start with them under your knees, flat on the ground. Over time, we're gonna slowly work those feet back because it's gonna give you more leverage to press up, okay? So as you can see, as I'm pressing in a slightly slanted line back towards over my face. So the best way to start is with those eyes under the bar. That way you have plenty of room for clearance in the rack. And as we press, we wanna keep those elbows popped out about 45-degree angles, okay? So not super tucked in tight, but not out here over the shoulders, because that puts a lot of pressure in the shoulders, okay? The thing we want to avoid more often than not is rolling those shoulders off of the bench, okay? We don't want to press with the shoulders. We want to press using the chest, the triceps, and the shoulders together to create the most balance, and not only the most balance, but that's how you're gonna create the most power and build your strength using this compound lift. Biggest thing is keeping those shoulders pinned back and not rolling them as you press, because then you're just gonna end up with a torn rotator cuff. All right, so in this one, we're doing the military press or barbell overhead press. Just like with the bench press, we're gonna move in a slightly angled line. This time, as we press, we're gonna go directly up over our spine. So think barbell in line with your ears. So as you can see, I am pressing and my head is leaning forward as I press. I'm squeezing my core to support that weight. And we want to maintain a relative center of gravity. So if your feet directly under your hips aren't working or you feel a little unstable, just pop one of those legs back, give you a little bit of support on the back end, and just make sure that you lock down that core and you don't arch that back out as you're pressing up. So here we have the push-up. Now, I know all of you know what a push-up is, and you would think that most people know the basic mechanics of a push-up, but here's the thing is there are easier ways and harder ways to do a push-up, and there's 1,000 different ways. The way I want you to start doing a push-up is by starting out, you can start out on the ground, or just start with your hands just outside your shoulders, okay? You're gonna turn those hands in slightly. You can see my thumbs line up when I place my hands down. And then again, it's the same position as the bench press. So we want to cut 45s with those elbows and then press our hands together as we drive ourselves up. Okay, everyone wants to do push-ups way out here in their shoulders. And again, that's all shoulders. Your shoulders are typically stronger when you start out than your chest are. So that's most natural for you to feel. But you can always drop down to your knees. We can always give you a band or something to assist you with your push-up. You can even do it on like a box or a bench as like an incline. I would rather you do it that way and really build your chest and your strength than just do them wrong repetitively, because then you're just gonna fall into bad habits. So right here you can see how wide out I'm getting. So we wanna take those hands in and then from here I'm doing it from the knees. We wanna drop the hips down so that we have a straight line from the shoulder to the knees, okay? We don't want to be in a tabletop position when doing the push-up, because then we have an odd angle and you're just hitting your shoulders again anyway.